What's going on, my good peoples? Yeah, I did, I was spontaneous this time, yeah. I didn't plan this out. I just felt like talking about it because from the last few days, I've been seeing a lot of craziness from the private investigator, quitting the case to us being led down a rabbit hole, to the interview with Channel 3 News, the chief of police, and some of the answers he gave us to the questions that, the reporter asked. We need to talk about this. Oh, yeah. What's going on? Who that is? Sweet, who that is? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Let me pull my phone up because I can't read that screen. Who that is, Sweet? Give me 1 second. Let me turn my phone down first. Welcome everybody who's coming in. Oh, I didn't plan this, but it's just been on my heart and mind for the last few days. So I just wanted to go live and have an open discussion. And I did drop the link in the chat for anyone over here. Y'all should know by now. My lives are for, look, I knew somebody was going to call me as soon as I went live. Y'all give me a second. Let me play a song real quick. This is an important phone call, and I'll be right back with you. Give me 1 second. This is day one.
Another one. Yeah. Shit ain't nothing to us, man. I get it one time. Thought you knew, man. Nationwide. Body the beat. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. Free base, A1, whoa, been high since day one. No slack, no cross, nah, straight lace, home run, no cut, none, straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie, A1, yeah, no slack, fresh like that, yeah.
I've been down by a loss at the start, found out raw is my heart when the canvas of life give a spark. Let me draw a little part you can vibe with, all of the darts in my rhymes and my target. Day one, great one, stunner how I days one, anytime I day one, victory I'm taking. Them niggas non-cypher like a little bit of bacon. The source of men wash it with them criminals awaiting. Energy vampire, Tennessee and layers. My day one friends, you see, been tested through mad fires. We dealing major crack. BS, I'm an affiliated actor. So you have to kneel to take it back. It's a rap, be true to who you know, making numerous moves from day numero uno to the funeral tune flow. With suits in the room, so live luminous, dude. In between, while we gleam, shine, suited for you, yo. It's on the rail like a sandpex. Digitized age, make a man flex. He can't get touched in the same way. My day ones will play, they nuts in the same way. Space. Some confrontational and charming, a twist from the shook ones that engage with their fans hardly. And we don't have time or the patience to play with the stagnant. I rhyme with the great ones, day one.
That shit dope. A1, whoa, been high since day one. No slack, no cross, nah, straight lace, home run, no cut, none, straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie, A1, yeah, no slack, fresh like that, yeah.
Been a dope ass nigga since day one. And I bet a bitch nigga won't say nothing. I quit recess, nigga don't play nothing. Nigga been real, but the fake won't face. Niggas throwing up ill, but a nigga can't take. Yeah, nigga love bitch. My dudes ain't make one. Pressure make diamonds, and they bust pipe. Damn right I'm rhyme, damn right I'm tight, damn right I'm climbing. Ain't blind my sight. Nigga no ball shine is the guiding light. Nigga so mad wanna take my life. Nigga Blake stay strapped, nigga Blake alright. Nigga Blake don't cap, face can't stay tight. Nigga changed overnight, but I came on right. Had the drip, then jive, and swallow my pride. Reach down inside, I will up my mind. Now a nigga doing fine. Off the niggas that lie, they don't wanna deal with a nigga like I. Nigga B.set, nigga we got neck. Port City YJ, Zone Space LA. Nigga Deuce Boss Play, representing that nationwide. Niggas better know not to play with mine. This is that lyrical homicide. Niggas they know that we born to ride.
That shit dope. A1, whoa, no cut, none. Straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie. A1, yeah, no slack, fresh like that.
I be getting to the money so quick, probably thought that I be running. Hell nah, nigga, I be getting to the bread even when I go to bed. Know I'm finna make some. All the way until a nigga dead, I'ma eat like I'm about to be asleep for the whole damn winter. Hibernation for the come up, something I'ma really be on something. Fuck niggas, they be interrupting. Lick it down, knowing that I bust it. Big gun, you don't even trust it. Stay cool, but I ain't Colonel Mustard. Fool with it, spraying in the cluster. Gold in the dark, getting trouble. Pull shark shots, I'm subtle. Always on repeat, no shuffle. Rock like cow, baby, it's a tough game. I'm cutting, I'm putting that straight up in the duffel. I don't fuck with y'all haters, but I wanna motivated by the way they all on.
I've been on fire since day one. Don't fuck with no games and no play none. You got a problem to say something. I don't kill niggas, so stay calm. Lacing these lyrics with napalm. Start fuck the moon till the day come. This is the reason LA got your fingers right back up on the play button. Fuck with the season beat, I'm right where I need to be. Most of my day ones they thought I was lacking, them niggas stop packing, nobody believe in me. Fuck them, niggas don't ask me for shit. I think I'm good with all that. They like to run from the truth. From day one I stuck to the facts. And that's that what? Free base, A1, whoa, been high since day one. No slack, no crumbs, nah, straight lanes, home run, no cut, none, straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie, A1, yeah, no slack, fresh like that, yeah.
I came, I saw, I conquered. I started from a tosser. Lucky me, I bossed up. I'm lounging with my feet up. You run the streets cause you stuck. I need passports and visas. You just need you a re-up. They aggy that I clean up. From head to toe, I'm G'd up. I came a long way from flipping gay, using payphones and beepers. From styrofoams to teacups. You getting left behind, you can't keep up. You married to the game, you a damn lame cause you ain't got no prenup. I done seen it all, done did it all. Sold Origel on Tylenol. When I crawl back from a downfall, bounce back like round ball. Everything must evolve. You stagnate, you die off. I hope I'm motivating y'all. I embrace my scars and my flaws. Since day one I've been dope dog.
Free base, A1, whoa, been high since day one. No slack, no crumbs, nah, straight lanes, home run, no cut, none, straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie, A1, yeah, no slack, pressure like that, that shit dope. Free base, A1, whoa, been high since day one, no slack, no crumbs, nah, straight lanes, home run, no cut, none, straight fire, fuego, day one, no lie, A1, yeah, no slack, pressure like that,
Then I rhyme with the great ones.
Been a dope ass nigga since day one.
Most motivated by the way they all on.
Don't fuck with no games and no play.
I'm lounging with my feet up.
Then I rhyme with the great ones.
Been a dope ass nigga since day one.
Don't fuck with no games and no play. Day one. Shit, there's levels to this shit, man. Levels, get high. Day one. No slack, no crumbs, straight lace, home run, no cut, straight fire. Day one. No lie. A1. No slack. Like that.
Drum dummy, drum
That's
dummy.
a movie. Space, boss, late, hey, deuce, L, dot, Port City.
That was day one. BSM, Black Sector Mafia, my squad, man, my family. I want to welcome everybody who just came in, especially Duval. I love when she do that. I love when she do that. I'm right here, right around the corner from her. If you in Jacksonville, yeah. But all jokes aside, I put my serious face on again. I just decided to go live. Because like this case is it's bothering me, especially the things that, you know, if you follow this case, the things that you may have been seeing and hearing as of late. First and foremost, let me introduce y'all to my mods, K Money, Uncle Charles. You get wrong, you get gone. Ain't no disrespect here. Everybody's opinion is welcome. We don't tolerate disrespect here. If you don't agree with what someone says, just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, I know this case because I've been following it from day one. I think I was day one. Plug. But yeah, I think I was actually one of the first to actually posted on YouTube. I can't say I was the first. You feel me? But when this when the situation happened on December the 21st, which we feel like it happened way before that, I just had to follow it and see what I can find out for myself. And second of all, I want to shout out to AV Watchman. That man is the true definition of what you call boots on the ground. If you haven't subscribed to his page, excuse me, please make sure you do that. That man put in a lot of work. He even put his life in danger. I seen the video he posted. I want to say it was a day or yesterday. Can't remember. My days running together. But he got some new information that led him, I want to say, back to Bakersville and to a neighborhood where he found the original white van. You know what I'm saying? If you follow the case, they done had two vans, both of them white. Both of them look like kidnapper vans. But the newer van, the tint on that one, on those windows is a lot darker than the first one. But I just wanted to shout him out because that dude do a hell of a job, and he take time out of his day. You know what I'm saying? Him and his partner. I think it's Defend America or something. But it's AV Watchman, United We Stand. Y'all go subscribe ASAP, for real. But anyway, this live is for us, not just for me. I want to hear your opinions. I see a lot of comments that's made under my videos, and it's so many that come in at one time. It's just hard to, respond to them all. So I wanted to do an open discussion for you to have the opportunity to actually have your voice heard instead of your words read. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do tonight. And I just want to talk to y'all about some things that's been on my mind as of late, about this case. So there you have it. That's the rundown on what we're doing tonight. Again, y'all know I don't hold you too long. I try to do like an hour and a half. If I have to push it a little further, I will, but I know everybody have a life. All right. So remember, the link is in the chat anytime. I don't give a damn if I'm talking. I can fit 10 people on the screen at one time. I'd rather not do that because then we'll be talking to each other. But I will handle that if need be. So let me go back to my chat, see what y'all talking about. Then we're going to get this show on the road. And I do play music because I'm an artist. So, I take breaks here and there. So be prepared for that. It ain't that I'm just want to say, hey, listen to my music. That's just what we do over here. About it to be glow. Let's see what we got in here. What's up? God's child's in the building. We in the building. I love that, man. I love that. What up, Chloe? What's going on, Chloe? Chloe's in the building. That's my fam, too. Matter of fact, I'm going to make Chloe a mod, too, man. I know she got her own channel and she doing her own thing, but I like to allow my people who I fuck with, be a moderator, or what they call it, a wrench. Let's see what else. We got Shakira from College Park, Duval. All right. I know my homie Port City was in here. He said he'll be right back. That's my dog. He actually was on that song that y'all just listened to. So y'all make sure y'all go to his page as well. Go to K Money's page. Subscribe to the family. We all family around here. All right, but the first thing I definitely want to just discuss, and like I said, feel free to join in. Let's go back to the story that Trezell gave us, and let's think about the footage that we all have seen. Of course, we know what he said. He said he went and looked for his son. Now, I think that what we saw on the footage was from 4:33 to 4:39 is when he got back. In his interview, he stated when he got back, he went in the house and he told his wife to call the police. Okay. Now we're gonna get deeper into the timeline, because if you've seen the interview with the chief of police and I think it was Channel 23 News, the times don't match up, because he said the call, I want to say, came in at 5:45, but the footage that we saw, it was like it could have been 4:45. You know what I'm saying? We don't know exactly what time he called, but we do know what time he got back, and that was at 4:39. So we could say maybe the clock on this guy's surveillance footage was an hour off. Strong possibility. We don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But one thing that bothered me, even though he said he had his wife call 911, we never seen her come out that door. Why? Now, I'm pretty sure there's some women in here that are mothers. And I'm pretty damn sure I know what you would have done if your kid, adopted or not, we know you would have been out there looking for your kid with the father. You probably would have been the first one out the door. Now, I know we done heard a lot about Giselle and his attitude and him possibly being controlling. You still couldn't tell a mother that loves her kids to stay in the house, I'm going to go out here and look. Think about it. Think about that now. You never seen her leave that house at all. When he came in the house and said, baby, I can't find the kids. You seen them? No, they should have been outside playing chalk. Nope, I can't find them. They searched the house. They searched the house. He came out the door. She stayed in. You tell me why. Tell me what you think. Check out this chat. Oh, hold on. I just read something that my homie Chloe just said. I'm sorry, I did not mean to look over that. Y'all give me a second. Let me find that so I can post that on the screen. Matter of fact, let me just go back down because I might have missed it. But anyway, I'll just tell y'all because y'all can see it in the chat anyway. Chloe states she'd like to ask for any prayer warriors to pray for a fellow content creator who's in the hospital with COVID-19. She's a friend. So we definitely will pray. I know I will, because you know what, Chloe? My wife has it right now. Well, she's at the end of it. She's done got a lot better. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to go to the hospital or nothing like that. But I know the feeling. Trust me. Trust me. So any prayer warriors in the building, y'all make sure y'all pray for Chloe's friend. Remember, we family over here. All right. Chloe, that's a great question. Chloe asks, why does the time of the footage and the cops' time, why is it not matching up? That's a great question. And that's why I'm doing this open discussion, because I want to hear from you all. You know what I'm saying? Because I can give y'all my opinion all damn day long. That don't mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? We're not trained or paid detectives, but we all want to know, where are the boys? And it's a lot of things that points directly to the adopted parents. I mean, and now as time has went by and more information has came out, I think they're really foster parents, because they actually are making money off these kids they adopt. So, and for those who don't know, it is a difference between foster parents and adopted parents. You know what I'm saying? I think the state definitely runs the foster parents, because, you know, if a kid needs somewhere to stay, you know, the foster parents take care of them, but they're going to get paid for that. Now, even if they are foster parents, why would they get rid of these kids? a lot of people feel like it could be trafficking. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't see any other reason that you would, get rid of these kids and then try to cover your tracks like they just ran away or got kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what? It has to be trafficking. It has to be. At first, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, that the APs was in cahoots with the bio mom. But that's a little far-fetched. So, I shut my mouth about that. Y'all tell me what you think, man. Welcome yourself on my screen. I want to hear what you got to say. Chloe says she's not going for the daylight savings time. Now, I'm not from California. I'm all the way in the East Coast. I'm from Georgia. And I know during this time of the year, here it gets dark around 5:45, close to 6 o'clock. So what time does it get dark in California? Because in that footage from the neighbor's, camera, it said 4:30 something, and it looks like it was getting dark at that time. So you tell me what you think. What's up? I'm gonna just call you Miss. Is it Wesson? Because I can't pronounce. I don't want to mispronounce your first or last name. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is interactive. So y'all come on screen and holler at your boy now. So Port City, you're saying it gets dark on the West Coast about 5:30ish, or are you talking about the East Coast? Because I think, matter of fact, Port City over there in Las Vegas, so he would know. So he says 5:30ish. So I think it's safe to say that dude camera was an hour behind. What y'all think? Because if the call came in around 5:45, which we actually seen him get out his van at 4:39 on the footage, it makes sense to say it was 5:39 and then he made the phone call, because it's an approximate. We can't say exactly he called at 5:45. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, that chief of police, he didn't want to give a definite answer for shit. You feel me? All right, let's take a look. Let's see what else we got. All right. KK's. She said, even if he left to go look for them, he stayed. Excuse me. Let me start over. Even if he left to go look for them, she stayed. She would have came out yelling their names, running around with a flashlight, knocking on people's doors, anything. My gut says the foster people know something. 100% agreed. I don't think nobody in here disagree with you. Look like we got my homie in the building. Let's bring on my homie B1. What's going on, bro? Man? Not much, man. What's up, man?
Ain't nothing to it, man. I was paying attention. I need to follow the story, but what you said made a whole lot of common sense about the wife. I don't care, man. If she respect her husband to the T, when it comes to them kids, respecting that husband all out the window. She would be rushing to that door first.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about full speed ahead. I know my girl would, man. I wouldn't even be able to hold her back, man. So yeah. That's suspicious by itself.
And if you I know you just now, catching on to the case, but in the interview, it was like he was leading and she would try to talk, and I think it came to a point where he was nervous that she was gonna fuck up the story, so he kind of talked over her. So that's what made me feel like he controls her and she listens. But that's just my opinion. You still there, bro? Or you done froze up on me? Yeah, you done froze up. Yeah, bro. You hourglass. I'm gonna take you down. Just come back and holler at me, bro. Hold on. You there? Nope. You still gone. All right, so that was my homie. It's simple as that. You see how he came on the screen? That's y'all know how to do it, man. Came under and dropped the link in the chat. Let me see. Is he moving again? Nope. Just come back, bro. Come back because you still froze, man. All right, Sweet P.E. says 5 o'clock West Coast. So I'm assuming you mean 5 o'clock West Coast is around the time it start getting dark, which makes sense. You know, during this time of the year anyway. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Mama J? I'm just trying to make sure I read everybody's comments because I don't like leaving. I know they're going to probably start coming in faster than what I can actually handle. But, you know, if I miss your comment and you really want it to be heard, just come on the screen. I ain't going to turn you down. Uncle Charles says, sounds like the foster parents need to be separated and questioned. Hard. Let me say hard. I'm pretty sure they did that, but just listening to, you know, chief of police on how he answered his questions, I don't know. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, and remember, we can talk about anything at any given time. This is your show just like it's mine. How in the hell did he not see that footage? How did the whole YouTube world see that footage and he didn't? Now, I know sometimes, because I watch a lot of ID Discovery, they don't want to put all their chips on the table or put everything that they know on the table to the public because maybe they don't want to scare off a suspect. I can understand that. But there's no way in hell you can tell us. Matter of fact, I think my homeboy's back. You back, homie?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. All right, let me finish this real quick. There's no way in hell he can tell us that he didn't see that footage when I'm pretty damn sure he follows, or matter of fact, the feds in Bakersville and, you know, California City, every law enforcement entity that's following or on this case, I know somebody seen that footage. So how in the hell can he tell us, I ain't never see it, so I really can't say. You know what I'm saying? So how do y'all feel about that? All right. Tony Carson, welcome. Says, AV Watchman interviewed a neighbor at the adopted parents' previous address. The dude said that Trezell was always short and the family always kept it moving, never spoke more than a few words. And that's facts. I read that. I seen that as well. Because if you actually seen when they left on the 19th in that footage, when he opened up that van, he stood with the van open. You know, assuming he was trying to block the neighbor's footage with the door. And he was just, you know, like, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. And we only seen 4 kids. And then the wife. Well, what I just said, B1, what that sound like to you, homie?
Yeah, it sounds suspicious, man. I gotta look into it myself. I really gotta look into it before I can really put my mouthpiece in on it. I'm just only following up bits and pieces of what you saying, you know what I'm saying? But to me, already, you know what I'm saying, the major part, if he's shutting the wife down, it's something got to be going on, man. Because there ain't no way, like you said, adopted kids or not, man, them kids, that's what a woman live for, them kids, man. They gonna protect them you know.
Yeah, at all costs. It don't matter. You can't take
costs. Come out the door, do something. Ain't no man gonna be like, sit here, I got this here when it come to them children. Now, if this somebody breaking and entering or being disrespectful at the door, that's stuff that men handle, you know what I'm saying? Men handle children too, but I'm just saying, that's just a woman instinct to go out there and protect them kids. That's a woman instinct. You can't change that. So
do any woman in here disagree with what he's saying and what I'm agreeing to? Because I'm pretty sure if your child went missing, you would be out there on the front line.
Oh yeah, I know women will. All women will. That's nah. I don't care how scared of the dude you are or anything. When it comes to them children, oh man, you ain't scared of that. Nah.
If you love your kids. If you love your kids.
That part too.
You feel what I'm saying?
That part too. But hey, yeah, kids. You might can hate one, but you ain't gonna hate all of them. So
it's your boy Radar Gaming said those babies have been gone for months. I'm thinking close to a year. That's a long time. That's a long time now. A lot of people feel like they've been gone probably since maybe June, July.
Did they get in contact with the original parents?
No, they actually came. Like Ryan Dean is the biological mother. She lost the kids pretty much around the time they was born. And once she heard about what happened, she showed up. You know what I'm saying? Also, the biological father showed up as well, along with her family. And it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like the biological fathers gave up their rights. So them being there was kind of weird. And at the same time, watching and listening to Ryan, which is the biological mother, talk, to me, it sounds like she was forcing herself to be to show emotion. That's my opinion and my opinion on it. I'm not saying she has anything to do with it, but that's just what I saw.
Hey, a lot of suspicions can come up, man. They might have could have paid them some money to get their kids back and just gotten to the media to cover it up. Who knows, man? I don't know. I got to look into it. You know how I get, man.
Yeah, anybody want to come up like my homie did? Y'all come up, man. Come on up. I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and tune in, man, to the rest of this stuff. I'm gonna get with you later, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
All right, man. That was a homie, man. B1, my dog. He's in Virginia. I'm in Georgia. But anyway, let's get back to it. What's going on, new? Mama J said, yes, that's a motherly instinct, which, I mean, it makes sense. Like I said, if you care about your kids. But did anyone see the I think he did another interview. I think this actually came from another YouTuber called Tender Life. And she I think she either talked to one of Trezelle's friends, and he said, I want to say back in June or July, don't quote me. He stated that Trezelle said he only had 4 kids, not 6, 4. Now, I wish I would have put that picture up. I know everybody's seen the picture where the family was together. I counted 6 kids now. I counted 6 kids. Now then, also just to go along with that story, he I guess he borrowed like maybe $5,000 or something like that from somebody. And they asked him, why was he moving all the way out here to California City? He told her to get off the grid. Who you hiding from, bro? Who you hiding from? I'm gonna get to some music. We're gonna come right back, man. And hopefully somebody wanna come over here and voice their opinion, because I don't know everything, but I'm following the case as best as I could. Again, salute the AV Watchman. His boots is on the ground.
Millie got waves, so you know the beat is lit.
What goes around, it comes around. What go up must come down. come down. Dealing with life, gotta know the struggle's gonna come. Couple words of advice, just face them, pimp, don't run. Even if you're sitting on that, even if the drama keep coming, take a look at yourself, analyze that. Maybe you can use some help. Sometimes you gotta lose yourself. Think about what's right, what's best. I don't think nobody likes stress. It's too much stress that can make you depressed. Recognize who in your corner. Show love, don't jump on them. Even if you're hotter than the goddamn sauna. The people that for life, you don't need no loner. That's a little free game and a bonus. The people that can change in the moment. Try dealing with a bitch that's phony. Swear to God, you gon' end up lonely. And all of that love that you want, you gon' be sad that it's over. So you know the beat is lit. What goes around, it comes around. What go up, must come down. What goes around, it comes around. What go up, must come down.
Sitting in the midst of the flame, knowing that's the blame. 360 with the bullshit, homie, you can miss me. Acting all horse and prissy, like a bitch. Straight G shit this here. This shit gon' break that fear. Set the record straight for the magistrate, right before the hate appears. Right before the rise of the sun, for the ebb and the flows of the seas, in between the changing of the seasons, so that you can't make believe. Seeing accept the truth for what it is, but confirmation and proof is how I live. For the proper position is how I give. Everything meaningful to the real. On the real, I'ma float. I'ma sit like the spook that sat by the door. I'ma grow. My growth and development is evident, yo. Never on pause. Universal laws, know they cause and effects. Work with karma, know nature's mama. So through the drama, keep yourself in check.
What goes around, it comes around. What go up, must come down. What goes around, it comes around. What go up, must come down.
Body to beat global. And we ain't playing with you.
That was Pain is Love from yours truly, featuring my homie OG Cobb. I stopped on this comment right here. Something about that shit. It bothered me too. I know they searched it. I mean, you work and you get paid to investigate crime scenes. If they didn't search that goddamn shed, something's wrong. But the fact that we never seen them, especially coming from the footage from the neighbor's home. We didn't see him in that backyard when Trezell was back there. They said the scent of the kids stayed inside the home. The neighbor behind, the West says she can hear pretty much everything and she can see right into their backyard. She can hear kids if they were there. She never seen or heard no kids in that backyard. So for everyone in the chat who feels like they never made it to their home, I think you have, a valid reason on why you feel that way. And I just, me personally, I don't rule anything out, but I feel the same way as well. I don't know how many is familiar with the Chris Watts case. This kind of remind me of it a little bit, but it was his wife and kids that went missing, which they found out that he actually killed them. And the footage from the neighbor's home actually caught him putting them in the back of his truck. So do you think the footage that we saw when all of them was leaving on the 19th, is it a possibility? And hey, you don't have to agree. I'm just asking. That the shadowy figures that we saw getting in that truck or that van, could it be a possibility that maybe the mother was carrying one? Or maybe Trezell was carrying another? I don't know. But it's just, you have to look at everything and say, okay, let's look at this and see if this is a possibility so we can rule it out. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I do it. But it's not about just me. It's about everyone. And I salute everyone in the chat that's been following this case, because one thing I can say from following the Kanika Jenkins case, you are keeping the pressure on every entity of law enforcement. They cannot let this case go, because you know why? We're not letting it go, because we all know something is wrong. So salute to everybody. Back to the chat. Let's see what we got in here. Tori Stalk, I believe they were gone for almost a year. To those adopted parents, didn't care about anything but benefits they were getting for those, or they were getting for those babies. Okay, this is just what I do. What about the other two adopted kids? Now, we heard the interview where he stated, and he said it twice, they're rambunctious. Is that a reason he was like, I just can't deal with these kids no more? Because remember, he has two biological kids and he has two other adopted kids. Why he never got rid of them? Why did he choose these two kids? And the only thing that, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, you got to listen to the interview when he said they rambunctious. Maybe they was just getting on his nerves. Maybe they was too much for him to handle. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it from all different angles. Mama J says, I reckon cops are on to them. They waiting for him to slip up because he's smart. He's creepy as shit. He is. He is. From what I also heard, he was in the service. And I'm pretty sure he probably know how to get rid of a body. You know what I'm saying? From I want to say it was either 10 to Life or it was an AV Watchman's chat. Somebody said they knew him, and he's very smart. So it's just like if you serve time several years in law enforcement as a detective, in homicide or whatever, you probably know the ins and outs on how to get away with a murder. I'm not saying because he was in the service he knows that, but the dude is weird. He's quiet. I don't trust no quiet person. I really don't. And to me, it sounded like when in his interview, it sounded like it was rehearsed. Just think about it. They didn't actually, come out and talk to the press until after Ryan did. And I felt like the only reason they did that was because they wanted to defend themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Again, my opinion on it. Until somebody come on the screen and give me theirs, I'm going to keep giving you mine and reading yours. Sweet Pea says, my daughter was missing. I was all over yelling and searching, like a mother should. And that just, again, that shows the lack of concern from Jacqueline. Or she was just scared of Trezell. One of the two. Nydia Davy, I'm going to say Nydia. I don't like how police did the useless interview. Time wasted. He basically came off like he didn't know anything. Facts. Big facts. Listening to that, he didn't give us anything to go off of. Only thing he did was leave us in the same position that we already in, because he couldn't answer any questions the way that we expected him to. Now, does that mean he doesn't really know, or he's keeping it to them, to within, you know, law enforcement? Why? I don't know, because like I said, we see a lot right off of YouTube, which we know they can see the same thing, right? So what are you hiding? You know what I'm saying? Jacqueline and Trezell have access to YouTube. Trust me, they are watching. They probably watching right now. And I'm gonna just say it right now. I don't give a shit. Tell us where them boys at. For real. You didn't have to adopt them. You should have kept the 4 you had, the 2 biological and the 2 adopted. Getting angry. I'm getting angry as I talk. I'm sorry. I'm getting angry. Hag 90 says, you want to know what I think happened? Sure. I'm going to keep reading because I'm pretty sure you told me. And then KK says, okay, I thought it was the inside. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought it was the inside of it now, but thanks everyone. I'm sorry, I probably misread all that, but I'm going to keep reading. Tori, she said, if the biological mother was doing what she was supposed to be doing as a mother, this wouldn't have never happened. How many of y'all really feel like she was inside wrapping one gift? And that's what I heard. I think it was some clothes. One gift? I wonder if you know, the police actually seen that one gift that she was wrapping. If you wrapping one goddamn gift while he out there slinging wood, it took you that long to wrap one gift? Get the fuck out of here. Who you think you fooling? This was, to me, it was rehearsed, and this is the story they came up with. And once they actually did the interview, now they got to stick to it. I don't think they properly planned this shit out. And I'm saying that because I do look at them. I know the chief of police says they don't have no suspects. I don't give a shit what you say. That's how I know for a fact they trying to keep a lot of information in, because I don't think they want them to run. So I think they're stating that there are no suspect, but I think in their heart, their mind, and in the heart of the investigation, they looking directly at the same people we looking at. You can't fool us, chief of police. I'm not sure 100% what you're talking about, Miss On. You said it was a lady friend, not a guy friend. Remember, the comments coming in so fast, so please forgive me if I miss it. That's why I said please come on screen if you want to voice it. If I miss your comment, trust me, I'm not ignoring it. I watch AV shit. Go to AV Watchman's page. He have 3,000 goddamn people watching his video at one time. There's no way we can read them at the same so fast the way they come in. And I only got what, 70? He got 3,000, so it's kind of hard to catch him. So please forgive me if I miss your comment. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I catch. Now, yeah, I'm way behind. Jesus Christ. Ms. Wyson says they need to ask the older kids, when is the last time they seen them? I don't care what kind of law there is that CPS has, I would be asking them and getting answers. I don't like to assume, but I would hope by now, or shit, I would hope that was one of the first people they questioned, because when they actually removed them from the family's custody, I'm pretty damn sure they had to ask them something. Now, I know they said when they're a juvenile,
the parents have to be there. So they already questioned, both, the adopted parents. So I'm pretty sure around that same time they had those kids. Now I'm hoping. I hope they ain't that damn stupid. But like I said, I just feel like they don't want to give us everything. But I just don't understand why. Tony Carson, the lady that lent him the money is the same person that assisted with his mortgage loan process. She said that they developed a common interest friendship, holistic views, conspiracy theories. Now, I heard about that as well. Do you feel like he was messing with old girl? Because who's going to loan that type of money to someone they just met? I don't believe that. Now, he could be a con artist because he is smart. And we have read about that. And it seems like he's very conniving. But I understand what you're saying, and I heard that as well. But who just give that type of money away and risk the chance of not getting it back? I ain't got $5,000 just to give away to no goddamn body. So I feel like if that is true, that relationship was deeper than what we possibly know. My opinion only. Carla says, I still want to know if they searched the prior home and checked with those neighbors. I don't know. They haven't confirmed that either. I know that, a lot of the people from Cal City, the people from the neighborhood, they did go to Bakersville to the previous home, as well as A.V. Watchman. He interviewed several neighbors, and we heard pretty much the same story for all of them. They really never came outside. So if they never came outside, do you really think they came outside in Cal City? Fuck no. And he's doing this shit for a reason. He's controlling. I guess he's saying, like, yeah, one of you motherfuckers get on my nerves. You will go missing around this motherfucker. And they'll never find you. He probably sent so many threats to his wife and his kids. I hate the goddamn pointing the finger. No, I'm lying. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm pointing the finger right at you, Trizelle. You and your goddamn ragged ass wife. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Sometimes I speak my mind. It comes out. Don't get mad. I Am Coyote says, I was watching another live and someone said that Trizelle's stepbrother lived with them at both address. He's age 24. You mean that he lived with them in Bakersville and Cal City? Hey, that's news to me. We know they moved to Cal City in, September of last year. I wonder how long he stayed, if this is true. I got to listen to what you say, but I definitely got to do some research because that's the first time I heard that, but I appreciate it. Well, it looks like it's your boy Radar confirmed the same thing. I wonder how long he lived with him. It was obvious that he was not there when they went missing. I don't know. Mabel Green says, hey, boss, K-Money and family, NFAC for life. I need to hear about the babies. Well, that's what we giving you, Mabel. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you done caught up with the story, because I know there's a lot of people who probably haven't heard about it. But if you on YouTube, you done seen it. Because, again, A.B. Watchman is not going to let it die. And I ain't either. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys not either. So, again, salute to the whole community who's supporting Orson and Orrin, because we cannot let this case die and let them sweep it up under the rug, because that's what they'll do. Yep. Radar, yeah, I believe it might be trafficking. Tony says there's you meant to say abandoned, okay. Abandoned home near the adoptive parents' house, and the police said they cannot search it because they didn't have probable cause. Yeah. I guess they would have to get in contact with the homeowner of that abandoned house. Now, when you say abandoned house, I wonder if the goddamn homeowner even give a shit about it. But I'm pretty sure the police ain't gonna do it until they get permission. Got somebody who want to come in finally.
Hello.
Hello, Cheryl. How you doing?
I'm good. I want to find those boys. I really do. My heart just breaks for them.
Mine do too. Mine do too. Where you from, Cheryl?
I live in San Diego.
Oh, so you in California as well?
Oh, yeah. If I could jump in my car and go up there and help search for them babies, I would. But I can't.
I think we all would. Well, definitely. Being that you close by, have you heard anything that we may have never heard or you haven't seen on YouTube or in the news?
I've been following it. So I know that a certain person was at the old residence on. Well, I'm sure you already saw the video where he went to the house today, and the old van was sitting there, and they talked to the neighbor, and all that stuff. And of course, and the family wouldn't come out and talk to them. They like hid in the house, and at one point, she stuck her phone outside the door, was videotaping him. I was like, really? You want everybody to believe you, but you don't want to come out and clear the air and say, hey, whatever you got to do to find my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just makes it look so suspicious. It makes, I don't know. It's all crazy. Something sinister is going on. Don't know. But those kids have been gone for a very long time. You got kids?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Even if you don't, I mean, we live in a world today that even if people don't like their kids, they take pictures of them and they post them because, they got to look good. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
How do you know?
You know they say that the police had her phone and that's why she couldn't show us no up-to-date pictures.
Okay, but they could have gotten those pictures, and they would have.
True.
Because they don't have them. They don't have them. And, I mean, that tells you something happened to those kids sometime after last Christmas. Nobody has seen them. The people in the apartments that lived in the apartments where they lived in 3 different apartments before the house in California City. Nobody saw but 4 kids. That's it. 4 kids. Nobody saw 6 kids.
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me ask you this.
It's okay.
Why do you go? I mean, and you're not the only person who said this. Why do some people go back to last Christmas? Why did they wait all the way to this Christmas to report them missing? I just want to know.
I don't know. That's crazy. Maybe because I know that the family that doesn't live here in California, the extended family, the brothers and the cousins and all of them, they've already made and I know that, I don't remember who talked to the brother. I don't remember. Somebody on YouTube talked to the brother that lives on the East Coast. And he said that whatever it takes, they just want to find these kids. So maybe somebody contacted him and said, hey, let's get together for Christmas. We'll get Christmas gifts, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I really don't. Something spooked them, though. Something spooked them.
So, being that you watch the same footage that I watched with AV Watchman, do you remember when he was talking to the Latino guy, and he said that the baby mama was following him to this address because he left? Do you remember that?
I didn't hear it. I heard it, but I didn't catch what he said because he didn't say it so loud, so I didn't really catch what he said. And I rewound it a couple times, and I just didn't catch exactly what he said. But I do remember what you're talking about.
So who do you believe was actually who hand that was sticking out the door recording them? Do you believe that was the grandma?
I think that was the grandma. Because remember the guy at the apartment was talking about an older lady in a blue car would pull up into their parking spot where they were supposed to park, but they never parked there because they always went parked behind so that they could run out to their van quicker.
Right.
same blue car is sitting in the front yard.
And that was the same pit bull, right? That came out the door.
Yes. But see, here's what I don't know. Something is just really afoul because and somebody was saying this today when I was listening to a video, but they were talking about, they had this white van and the windows are all darked out. Why? And now they have another van that the windows are all darked out. It makes you think that are they running some kind of trafficking? I'm not saying that they are. I'm just asking. It makes you think that, who does that? And they're so secretive.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying they're so secretive. It makes it look really bad.
Let's go back to the original two that was adopted, because I know what you're saying, but my question is, why did they choose these two? If they were running a trafficking, business with whoever, why they chose these two? Because I'm pretty sure they got the records on how many kids they adopted. So I'm assuming it's only been 4. Did they just start with this business with Orrin and Orson?
That's a good question, because somebody on Facebook, there was a comment made on Facebook on, I think it was on Jackie's page, about what happened to the other kids or the others. It was something, I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but it was something to the effect of, where are the others? So it makes you think, were there other foster kids? Is this something that the social worker, are they running a scam or a scheme? It's not impossible.
Definitely not.
It's not like it would be the first time we've ever heard of something like that.
And then,
was the judge in on it? Because in my opinion, I think they really did the birth mom dirty. I mean, that's just my opinion. In Missouri, we've dealt with CPS, and you can get some really good social workers and you can get some really dirty ones.
So,
and
what you mean like the state did her wrong?
I mean, I'm not going to take up for her because, she should have done what she needed to do a little quicker. But I think that in some ways, I think the judge did her really wrong. Because legally, it was all over a marijuana card, a medical marijuana card. So legally, she had the right to have it. It's not illegal in the state of California.
Right.
So for him to sever her rights because she had a medical marijuana card, if that's truly why he severed her rights, she has a lawsuit. I mean, she could file a lawsuit and she would deserve to win, because that's not a good reason. I mean, legally, it's not.
So
if it's not illegal to have it.
So what about the kid with the fractured leg?
I don't know enough about that. I mean, things happen sometimes. My son was 2 and he fell and broke his leg, and it was a freak thing. He was running down a hallway, which is carpet. He had on socks and long pants, came through our living room, and when he hit the tile floor in our kitchen, his left foot slid out and he landed on his right foot with it inverted out, and it caused a 2-inch green stick. We didn't know it because you can't see it on an x-ray, but we took him to the ER and they x-rayed and said, oh no, you can't see it, but they treated him for the symptoms and put him in a full leg cast, and 7 weeks later when they took the cast off and re-x-rayed it, you could see the calcium deposits where it was healing, and you could see it on the x-ray then. He was 2.
All right, my last question for you. I got one last question for you. I want the honest truth. You think these kids are alive?
My gut feeling? No.
Why?
I don't know. Like I said, we don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. We have a lot of pieces, but not enough. But I don't know. They could have been trafficked. They were young enough that they probably could have made a bunch of money off of them, but I don't think so. I personally, this is just what I feel. I'm not an investigator. I'm not, I'm just my opinion. Whatever happened in that house on Potomac Street when all of those people were living there. You got a man without a job, 6 kids, 4 of them adopted. You've got your dad, your mom, your brother, somebody, I heard him, they say that he had an anger issue and PTSD and all this stuff. Who knows? I mean, to me, it sounds like a disaster, you know, a recipe for disaster. I know when I get around my siblings very long, I love them, but I don't want to be under one roof with them for too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if you got, you know, 4 people telling, you know, 6 kids, and then, you know, those 2 little ones, who knows what they've been through. You know, the mom said that the oldest one taught himself how to sign, so maybe he had a hearing issue as a baby. You know, if you've ever dealt with deaf children, my friend's son was deaf, and I'm gonna tell you what, he was a brat. Wasn't his fault. It was just his temperament. He couldn't hear, and so he get frustrated easier. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're harder to deal with sometimes. Not always, but a lot of kids who are deaf, you have to deal with them differently. And I doubt that those 2 had the temperament to deal with him.
And that's what I feel. But I definitely go ahead, I'm sorry.
And the youngest one being born prematurely, he may have had issues too. You know, we don't know. We just don't know.
I think they blamed her for that too when he was born premature. Like she had something to do with him being premature. But
see, I don't cast judgment for things I don't know, because we don't know all of the circumstances with Ryan Dean. Ryan Dean could very much be innocent in all this, and she could be very much be guilty in all of this. We don't know because we don't have the records.
Right.
But one thing is for sure, those 2 did something with those kids. That's a fact. It's just a matter of what happened.
Yeah.
Whether it was an accident, whether it was on purpose, or whether they trafficked him, we don't know.
Well, I definitely appreciate you for coming on, Cheryl, and voicing your opinion. We want to, you know, keep the show going, but I appreciate you and your commentary. We're gonna keep this thing.
Don't let this go. Please don't let this go. I really appreciate you for doing this. You know, we as a community, we have to step up and do the right thing by these kids, because this is happening way too often. And I don't care who you are, where you're from, what color your skin is. We have to bind together as a community and make sure that they stay on this until they figure this out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, those are beautiful babies. Beautiful babies.
We'll never know. We got a bunch of theories, but we got to get to the facts.
And that's what they are, is theories, until we get all the puzzle pieces. But, you know, little bit by little bit, we're getting pieces to the puzzle in there. We just got to keep digging until we get all the pieces.
Most definitely.
So they're going to mess up at some point. They're going to mess up just like Casey Anthony did.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Well, I definitely appreciate you, Cheryl. I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and we're going to move on.
You, sir.
Appreciate you. That was Cheryl. Appreciate you, Cheryl, for coming on and sharing your opinion and your thoughts on this case. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this live is for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to share your opinion like Cheryl just did, feel free to do so. Click the link. Like I said, I know I missed a lot of comments because I like to give, you know, my guests my undivided attention instead of reading comments while they're talking. So that's just how I do it. But pretty sure K Money or Uncle Charles done dropped the links in the chats if you do want to come on. And what I'm going to do now is play a song so I can try to somewhat catch up with the chat a little bit. I ain't gonna be able to catch up with it all. So we done jumped up to 120. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna play a song and I'll be right back. Let's see what time we at. Yeah, I still got time. So I'll be right back with y'all. This is the Orrin and Orson West missing kids case. Where are the boys? I'll be back. That was Shadows, yours truly, and Brianna Moran. So we were discussing, you know, our thoughts, our theories, you know, going over the timeline of the case of Orrin and Orson West. I think a lot of us feel the same way about this case. There's a lot of information that will continue to come out. To be honest with you, I definitely feel like the YouTubers is doing more work than what law enforcement is doing, and that's my opinion on it. But again, like I also stated, they might be trying to keep a closed lip and not provide information that can hinder the case. But again, it makes you wonder why, when we see a lot of stuff that y'all claim that y'all don't see, it doesn't make sense. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't make sense to a lot of you guys either. But I think, me personally, I think the key to this case, it lies with Jacqueline. And I'm sticking with that, because I think she is staying quiet because of Trezell. You know what I'm saying? We know that the kids, the other 4, supposedly left on the 19th. They supposedly went to their grandmother's house. We haven't heard if they even interviewed the grandmother. We haven't heard if they interviewed the other 4 kids. That doesn't mean they haven't. But it makes you wonder, why are they keeping it from us if they did? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of questions that still hasn't been answered. Even listening to the interview with the chief of police. When I listened to the interview, he answered the questions to the point where he still left us clueless on what we already been clueless on. But we all have our opinions. We all have our theories. Just keep following the case, because these kids need us. And of course, we know the reward money has went up to what, $100,000 now? It's amazing that no one has spoken yet. Do somebody got that much power where they're keeping the people that do know mouth shut? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Who doesn't need $100,000 except a rich person? I don't know. But if you got anything you want to voice, this is my last segment. Please feel free. Click the link. I do have about, I ain't gonna watch on well. Actually, let me see. I got about 10 minutes. So if you want to come on the screen and voice your opinion, feel free to do so. And just to go back to the AV's Watchmen video, or I guess you can call it a video, when he actually went to the home where we suspect Trezell to be at, and the person, we don't know who it was, I'm not gonna make any speculation, stuck their hand with their camera phone out and just, I don't know if they was taking pictures or video recording. But y'all did hear the Latino guy. He warned AV, was like, not around here, bro. And I actually felt the vibe when he was in the cemetery. That's not a place that you want to play around with. Because you've seen so many different things in that video that pointed to, you better get the hell on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You had motherfuckers riding around blowing horns, and then you had somebody down the street talking to someone in the car, and they start walking towards them. You had another guy on a scooter who pretended that he couldn't crank his scooter up. That's what I felt. I think those are all signs of, bruh, get the hell on. Why? Maybe Trezell might he might have a little power around here. I don't know. Very smart guy. But again, salute the AV Watchman. I'm gonna be checking you out tonight, bro. I know you always, keeping us up to date. Salute the Cheryl for coming on, voicing her opinion. We definitely appreciate you on that. Jesus Christ. Let's go to the chat. See what we got here. E all around says they should been did a lot of technical tests. If that happens to me and was worried, plus getting my 4 children taken away, I would go in and do a test to prove they need not to focus on me. Again, we don't know if they did it or not because they so tight-lipped with their investigation. I think we all have the right to say they're not doing it because think about a lot of different cases that we all may have followed. They keep us up to date on information because nowadays social media, they help solve cases, whether you know it or not. So it makes you wonder why they so tight-lipped, or if they're not tight-lipped and they have not done the things that we expect them to do, why haven't they done it? I mean, to me, that's a legit question to ask. Kaza Williams. She said the chief is also an actor too. Johnny Walker. Dream Eye Africa. With 6 kids around the house, you would see some kind of kid activities around the house, especially in the backyards. No bikes, no toys, nothing. Agreed. But just like, the neighbors from the previous address said, they didn't let their kids go out very often. I also heard that some of the kids snuck out the house at certain times when they was in Bakersville. Now that's, I don't have facts. I just go what the neighbor said to AV. So I don't know. I mean, but a lot of things do point at, Trezell keeping those kids inside. But why, Trezell? Why? It's crazy. Let's see what else. I'm trying to catch somebody else's comment I did not touch. Appreciate you, Angel. Hey, we all as a YouTube community can help find these kids. So y'all definitely keep, providing information. If you don't have an official YouTube channel where you do anything on it, email AV. Even you can email me. I'll put my email address in the comments. Feel free. I'm definitely always, watching and listening. So with you guys and all the, the YouTube channels that's putting in hard work, we're going to find them boys. I pray that they still alive. It's if you follow the trafficking theory, they have to be alive, you would assume, right? Because I know what it was, Amanda Berry, she was hidden for what, 10, 15 years? And eventually she got out and they found her. And from what I heard, I don't know this to be true, but I read this on another YouTube channel that he actually know a friend of Amanda Berry. I don't know how true that is, so don't quote me on that. That's what I read. I'm just sharing some information that I heard. So. Detroit Rail said, dude had those huge water boots on during the interview. You think that had some type of significance? I'm just asking, not being funny at all. Maybe you want to know where the mother and the father. I think if you go to AV page, I believe that address he was at, that's where they at. And I think they were mad because he got a tip to find them. Now they gotta go find somewhere else to go because I think he confirmed it. That's where they at. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think those parents want to be bothered because if they're trying to make moves to continue to cover their tracks, they don't want no one around to actually be watching what they're doing. So check it out. Rodney McLean, I think they were in a river stuffed in a barrel or thrown in the trash site, sold body parts. Don't think kidnap. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Play it out. You know, also somebody said they was in a red cooler and had AV Watchmen going all the way down to some area where some cranks was at. And it was nothing there. They said it was like some skulls there or something like that. We got to go where the facts lead us, you know, and we can't leave no stone unturned. You know, we also had psychics who, you know, matter of fact, it was actually the psychic who led AV to that little area that was by the bridge. There was supposedly some cranks with a red cooler stating that, you know, one of the kids didn't have long to live. And AV went, and I salute him for that. But we can't actually do that type of thing. I'm not discrediting no psychics. Do I believe in them? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't talk down on nobody because you would feel real stupid if they was right. But I don't know. I believe in God. That's what I can tell you. And if all prayers is welcome, and I'm pretty sure appreciated. But anyway, since no one else had anything to come on screen and, you know, and voice, again, if I miss your comment, I do apologize, but put yourself in this seat, you'll see how it is. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. We're going to keep the search, and we're going to keep these kids' name alive. Orrin and Orson West. Where are the boys? Salute to everybody. As always, one love. Y'all be easy. This is Body to Beat Global, and I am